Hi book friends, I'm back. At the beginning of the year, my boyfriend and I went from empty nesters to having 3 of our 4 kids, adult and almost adult kids, move back in with us full time. Things got super hectic. I couldn't find a space to record. I couldn't find a time to record. It was always noisy. Things have settled down a little bit now, except for that the neighbors are getting their lawn mowed right now. Perfect timing. And I'm on summer break for 2 months, so I figured this was the perfect time to jump back in, get all of my Bookish social media back up and running. I did change my name from A Jen Who Reads to Bookish Jen, and I changed it on all social media platforms. So if you want to connect with me, all of my social media links are in the description below. I do plan on having a much more relaxed posting schedule. There won't be a set time that I post, just whenever something comes up that I feel like I want to record, and I do want to do some more vlogging. One of my favorite videos to record are my TBR videos, but I have been such a mood reader lately that I found that I was not completing my TBRs. So I have decided, instead of doing monthly TBRs, I'm going to do seasonal TBRs. So this will be my summer TBR, June, July, and August. That way it will allow for a little bit more flexibility. Also, I'm not sure if I'm going to do wrap-up videos every month, every quarter, or at all. Recently, I have just been doing short-form book reviews on my other social media and on YouTube Shorts. So if you are interested in seeing any of my book reviews, make sure that you're following me over on the other social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. I'm actually monetized on Facebook, so if you would like to follow me over there, I would really appreciate it. So let's talk about what I plan to read over the next 3 months. I am doing 2 readathons, so some of the books were picked to fit those prompts. Some of these books are on my 26 of 26. Some of them just give me the summer vibes, and some of them I've just wanted to get to for a really long time. So really there's no rhyme or reason as to why some of these books are on the list. So let's start with the readathons. In June, I am doing the Amazing Readathon, which is hosted by 4 Paws and a Book. Her link and all of the information to her announcement video will be in the description below. This year it is Doctor Who themed, and I have never watched Doctor Who. Maybe I've watched 4 episodes, but I'm not really a Doctor Who fan, but it doesn't matter if you're a Doctor Who fan. I chose to be on Team Pandorica. I don't know what order these prompts are going to come in during the month of June, so these are in no particular order. For the prompt of more than one POV, I chose Love Galaxy. This is a new book to my TBR, and this will also help me fulfill an LGBTQ rep bonus. For the prompt recommended on Booktube, I chose I'm Afraid You've Got Dragons. I have had this one on my shelf for more than a year, so it will also fulfill that bonus prompt. And I think 2, maybe even 3 years ago, Danny Dabbles, I think it was Danny Dabbles, was talking about this book and recommending it. And then even more recently, a podcast that I listened to was talking about this book and also recommending this book. This will also fulfill the LGBTQ rep bonus. For the prompt of preposition in the title, I have Into the Blue. I have been seeing this all over the place. I have FOMO. I need to read this as soon as possible. I did get this for my birthday this year, so it hasn't been on my shelf for that long. I kind of hope this is the first book that I read for the readathon. And this will also give me a team bonus because the author's name is in black or white. The next prompt is building on the cover. I don't have a book to fulfill that prompt yet, but the book that I have for the next prompt does have a building on the cover, so maybe I will switch it depending on which prompt comes up first. So for the prompt of mental health rep and or building on the cover, I have One Dark Window. This fulfills all 3 bonuses: LGBTQ rep, mental health rep, and the author's name in black or white on the cover. And since I am doing really good at reading books in a series a lot closer together, I will also get to 2 Dark Towers, hopefully this summer as well. For the prompt of isolated setting, I have Conform by Ariel Sullivan. This is a dystopian, and I love that dystopian seems to be making a comeback. This will also fulfill the LGBTQ rep bonus, as well as the author's name in black or white on the front. Now, I have not read any of these books, obviously. I have only gotten some hints from the internet about whether they do include mental health or LGBTQ rep. So if I am wrong about any of these, I will figure that out when I read it, or you can tell me about it in the comments so that I know before I read it. And of course, since I am reading Conform and I'm trying to keep up with my series, I will also be putting Beneath on my summer TBR. Guess I should probably take that sticker off sometime, huh? The next setting is a book that you don't own. So whenever this prompt comes up, I will just hop over onto Libby and unsuspend one of my audiobooks that I have. So I don't know what that's going to be. And then the last prompt for the amazing readathon, at least the 8 main prompts, is a book including some type of holiday. It doesn't even need to be a real holiday. It can just be a holiday within the book, such as Kalanmai in Akatar. I also don't have a book for this one. During this readathon, we have some extra cards that we can use, that we can play to help us out. And one of those cards is to switch the prompt or to read a book that doesn't fit the prompt. So I may use my card for the book with the holiday. I'm not sure yet. So that is what the amazing readathon in June is going to look like for me. I do plan on doing 1, maybe 2, maybe more amazing readathon vlogs. I will start recording that June 1st. The second week of June, I will be in Orlando all week. So I don't know how much reading I'm going to get done, but we'll see. Maybe I'll do some sort of a reading in Orlando vlog. I don't know. That's all up in the air. The next readathon that I'm doing is just a really small one in July. It is Summerween, and that runs from July 3rd to July 9th. I will also have the link to Gabby Reads in the description, and she is who runs Summerween every year. One of the prompts for Summerween is to read a thriller or a horror, and so I chose Camp Damascus because it just gives me like spooky summer camp, sleepaway camp vibes by Chuck Tingle. For the prompt of pink on the cover, I will be reading Rose Bargain and its sequel, but I do have that one on my Kindle and I don't have it physically, which is good because I'm also trying to read through a bunch of my Kindle books. And then the other prompt for Summerween is a book that's less than 250 pages. I also don't have a book picked out yet for that prompt. So those are the 2 readathons that I'll be doing in the summer. The other books that I have are just books that I want to read. And so these are in no particular order. I got this one at a library sale years ago. It still has the price tag sticker on it. In fact, it even has the date sticker. I got this in 2023. This is Madame Restel. And it is the life, death, and resurrection of old New York's most fabulous, fearless, and infamous abortionist. I have never seen this book on any book social media, and so I am hoping that I love it so that I can get the word out to other people. I love it when I go to a thrift store and there is a book on the shelf that is on my current Amazon wish list. And that's what happened with A Wizard's Guide to Defensive Baking by T. Kingfisher. This is a middle grade book, and I do want to read a couple of middle grade books this year because I'm always scouting for books that I can recommend to my students and that I can read to them in the upcoming year. So hopefully this will be a good one to read to my students next year. Big goal during the summer is to finish Dungeon Crawler Carl. I am currently halfway done with book 6, so I do still need to read books 7 and 8. Currently, I am doing 1 book a month, so I think that that's doable. And then after I complete Dungeon Crawler Carl, I also have the graphic novel that I would like to get to. But I would love to close out all of the Matt Dinniman backlist before I go back to school. So after I'm done with the Dungeon Crawler Carl universe, I will be dipping my toes into Operation Bounce House. We love Dungeon Crawler Carl so much in this house. You can even see I have a new achievement plaque. We changed the name of our cat from Athena to Princess Donut. Another goal that I am trying to do this year is to read a big chunky book every quarter. Right now, I am halfway through Oathbringer. I would love to finish Oathbringer before July so that I can spend July and August and or maybe one, maybe both. I'm not sure when I'll get to it. But my next chunky read that I will hopefully get to and finish in the summer is Alchemized. This is one heavy book. I do have the Loot Crate version of this as well, which obviously I won't be reading, but I also have this on my Kindle, so I don't really want to carry this one around, so I probably will read this one on my Kindle. The next book is a book that I have had for so long, and it just screams summer to me. When I first started watching a lot of book social media, this book was all over the place, and it has since died down. Maybe I'll bring it back, and that is Strange the Dreamer. And there is also the second book that I can't remember the name of right now, but I have it. So hopefully these two, or at least this one, will be read during the summertime. The next book, I think it's book 6 in Zodiac Academy, releases this summer on graphic audio. So I am trying to keep up with that series as it releases on graphic audio. I want to continue the Unselected Journals of Emma M. Lyons. That is on Kindle Unlimited. I read the first one just to see what all the hype was about and because it was super short, and I didn't really like it until the very end. The very end gave me a little nugget that made me want to continue. So then I did immediately go into book 2. Loved it so much. I do hear that they get better. I do hear that they get longer. There are 8 books, I believe, currently released, and I think that there are a planned 22 books in the series. So I would love to catch up with that, at least halfway catch up with it during the summer. A book that recently got a sequel on Kindle Unlimited is The Fake Divination Offense. The first book in this series was The Entanglement of Rival Wizards, which I really loved. I don't know what the series is called. I can't remember, but I'm hoping to get to The Fake Divination Offense on Kindle Unlimited as well. As far as the books that I have on Libby, these are the ones that I think could come between now and the end of August. These are all audiobooks through the Libby app, through the public library system. Alice Feeney, His and Hers, which I want to read sooner rather than later so that I can watch the TV show. Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez, because I am dying to read the newest book. I think it's called The Night We Met, but I need to read this one first. Sounds Like Love by Ashley Poston. She has a new one that is coming out soon, so I'll have 2 on her list that I haven't read yet. So I need to catch up to that, because everything I've read by her so far, I've really loved. I have The Names. I don't know who this one is by, but I have been seeing a lot of people talk about it, so I thought, why not? The Caretaker. This one I'm really excited about. If this one gets pushed past my summer TBR into my fall and spooky season TBR, I won't be mad about it. And then also We Burned So Bright, which is the new TJ Klune book. I have The Book Witch by Meg Schaefer, and this book made me think of you. I can't remember the author, Libby somebody. That is what the main part of my summer TBR is going to look like. I think I have a lot of really good choices here. And of course, there will be some books that pop up here and there. I have a book club book. I have some people who I have told that I would buddy read with. So there will be some other things that pop up here and there. But I can't wait to read these. I can't wait to tell you my thoughts on these books. I can't wait to talk with you across all social media platforms. I am so excited to get this channel back up and running. I'm going to do my best to not let life bring me down, not to let distractions get in the way of talking to you guys about books. So until next time, happy reading.